Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Colorado Rockies and the Cincinnati Reds. Stay tuned for Reds baseball next. Anthony DeSclafani is on the mound for the Reds in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat. And we are underway tonight from the Queen City as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. 2-1 to David Dahl. Now the 2-1 pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, he's digging for second. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Standing in now, Ian Desmond. Bouncer down the line. To his right, Suarez. And that's the first out. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Grounded up the first baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line drive base hit. Dahl isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
First offering on its way. Lifted in the air to right field. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score as the Rockies stake themselves to an early 1-0 lead.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. The 1-0. Line hard to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. The relay. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Rockies are out in front, 1-0. John Gray, a right-hander from the Sooner State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that, and if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
1-1 to the Reds' leadoff man. The 1-1 home. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Therefore, it is Blackman, and he's got it for the first out.
Batting second, the shortstop, Phil.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
In is Joey Votto now. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's an impressive 5 for 8. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So instead of leading off the next inning, the 2-out hit brings Adam Duvall in this inning.
Left fielder, Adam Duvall.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
0-1 the count. The numbers coming in, 278 the average, a dozen home runs, and the RBI count at 35.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go for.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Votto is on his way home, and a relay home, but this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
That will drive a pitching coach crazy. He has the hitter down 0-2 in the count, and instead of making him chasing something off the plate, he grooves one that's driven down the line for a run-scoring double. Have to make better pitches on an 0-2 count.
No balls and a strike to count. Skied down the left field line. On the run is Dahl. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Reds get a run in the inning on this RBI double. We'll head to the top of the second. All even now at 1-1. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swinging a soft liner. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And let's take a look at third baseman Eugenio Suarez, one of the more underrated players in our sport. Big-time power from the right side, ability to crush a hanging breaking ball. Also, soft hands at the hot corner. Very reactionary down there, and a strong arm.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Duvall is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. Pitch is popped up. Barnhart has a play. And that ends the inning. So nothing happening. Standing in, Eugenio Suarez. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's 1 for 4. Line towards center field. Blackman is there, and he has it for the first down.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Carlos Gonzalez, better referred to as Cargo. One of the sweetest players in our game. Just put on this earth to play baseball the way his body moves. One of the best defenders in our sport. Makes the game look super easy. He's going to make a big play today.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Tucker Barnhart, comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Anthony DeSclafani.
In now for the Reds, Anthony DeSclafani, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Shebler, the runner at first with 2 gone. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Fouled off. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted down the line in left. Coming in is Dahl. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and striding in for the Rockies, John Gray.
Colorado, the pitcher number 55, John Gray.
First pitch on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Goodness, 0-2 now.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. John Gray is retired to start the third. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Hamilton is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ian Desmond.
Striding in once again, Ian Desmond. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. Desmond has been having a big season to this point, and so far the fans are rewarding him with a ton of all-star love. He leads all first basemen in votes coming into today.
Hey, let's give a round of applause.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the. Ready for another chance. Billy Hamilton. He flew out in his last at-bat. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt the first pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Up next for Cincinnati, the shortstop, Phil Gosselin.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Phil Gosselin, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a solid single to left. And that gives him a multi-hit game here tonight. And as we take a look at the Reds leaders in that category, you can see his name tops the chart. And that one just missed outside.
Well, that was a big two-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Reds leave one through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Digging in to try it again, Charlie Blackmon, a base hit in his first trip.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. This ball's hit a ton out to center field. Hamilton going back at the track, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 25 for him on the year, and the Rockies have now taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Liner toward right center. Hamilton is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Good time now to check out the Reds' Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trevor Story. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Duvall is in his tracks now, and there's the second out of the inning.
Up next for Colorado.
At the plate, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Sent on the ground out to second. Jeanette is there. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Rockies strike for 1, and it comes on this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-1 Colorado. In now, Scooter Jeanette. He set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to him.
Scooter Jeanette.
No balls and 1 strike. In his career, Jeanette carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
1-1 the count now. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Oh, it's hit to third. 5. 3, apparently. Not sure what was on his mind there, but he elects to take only the out at first. Digging in for his second at-bat, Scott Schebler, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
Tucker Barnhart is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. high in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. And that misses. 2-1.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. Here now the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Cincinnati. Our score remains 2-1. In now for Colorado, Johnny Tolbert. He bats here as the reigning Rookie of the Month in the National League. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner. And this is going to be extra bases here to kick off the 5th. Around second now and headed for third. Throw won't get him.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
First pitch on its way. No balls and a strike to count.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
The 0-1 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. Two and 2 to the Colorado catcher. On the ground to third. Suarez is up with it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Great job to cash in following that leadoff triple. Infield's back, so you just want to make sure you get it on the ground, and that's an easy RBI.
So here now's the pitcher, John Gray. Base is empty in front of him with 1 away following the RBI ground out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder, David Dahl.
So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, David Dahl, 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Up around the face. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Set to deliver on 2-1. Here now the 2-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. And the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Last half of the 5th coming up. Rockies lead this one 3-1. So here's the Reds pitcher, Anthony DeSclafani. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. 1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Grounded back up the middle, and there's one down now. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5.
Nope,
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Trying to bunt here, but this winds up hitting him. And they're going to say that he went after it. A strange strike, too. 2-2 the count. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now. Ready once again, Phil Gosselin. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
The count is 1-2.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Ball 2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Digging in once again, Ian Desmond. He'll open it up in the Colorado 6th.
First baseman, Ian Desmond.
First offering on its way. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just got a piece up the line. Backhanded. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for Colorado, center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Charlie Blackmon will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Jeanette has it. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time. And that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it. Ready once again, Carlos Gonzalez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Now this is cut and thrown to first.
And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not here. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
He's set. Here it comes. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. One left for Colorado as the lead remains 3-1. Ready for another chance? Joey Votto. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
Joey Votto.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Looking at his career totals, Votto begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. That's lifted the other way out to left. Dahl is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The left fielder, number 23.
Ready for another shot now. Adam Duvall, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Blackmon on the move. Uh-oh, he whips on it. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to award him a triple or call it a 3-base error, but the result is the same. He's 90 feet away from scoring, and it looks like they are going to give him an error, and I think that's definitely the right call there.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And the run will score from third to make this a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D-Row. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, it took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the runner.
Blackmon's after it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Up next for Cincinnati, right fielder, Scott Schebler.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scott Schebler, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball stays high.
Well, that curveball was really a hanger, and that's not a good sign. He's got to get back on track. He needs that release point to get out front and get the ball down in the zone.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1 run, 1. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jared Hughes is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Jose Peraza will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
First pitch on its way. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Way in front of a great slider that time. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. Here's a strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Jeanette is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, catcher, Chris Iannetta.
2 away now in the Colorado 7th. And standing in now, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Fly ball right down the line in left. Duvall over to his right. In the corner, he pulls it down, and that'll be the end of the inning. Riding in once again, Tucker Barnhart, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And here's Jose Peraza. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's 0 for 5. 1 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And low and inside with a fastball as he's got a hot-footed out of there. The 1-0. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. 2-2 now with 2 away and the bases empty. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left, but this will be a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
He spoils another one, and will do it again. The 2-2 one more time. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Rockies 3 and the Reds 2. Bradford Robinette is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Bradford Robinette.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. They'll come into this one at .328. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Comes set, and the 0-1.
Nope.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Oh, that grounder got him. And they are able to get the out at first, but more importantly, let's hope he's okay on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. David Dahl comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Hamilton is under it. 2 gone.
Up next for Colorado, first baseman, Ian Desmond.
Digging in to try it again, Ian Desmond. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Hamilton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado, but they still lead it 3-2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Colorado, number 0.
In now for the Reds, Phil Gosselin. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Leading off for the Reds.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Story backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. In is Joey Votto now. His head-to-head numbers against Adam Ottavino. He's 1 for 5. He's set, and the pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 pitch is taken. That's ball 1. To first. Played on the backhand. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready now for Cincinnati, Adam Duvall. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit back toward the mound. Story scoops it up, and he'll reach first safely.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him, get down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I tell you what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Pitch outside, the throw, and no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hot shot on the ground is short. Story throws it in, and the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Reds leave 1. They're down 3-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Wandy Peralta is on to take over on the mound now, and he'll take over the cleanup spot in the lineup following the double switch.
Number 53.
Jesse Winker is into the ballgame as well as a part of that aforementioned double switch, as he'll take over in the number 6 spot in the lineup. Popped him up. Peraza on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The right fielder, number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. from the stretch. Ball one.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that's too high, ball two.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
The 2-0 is looked at for ball three.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
The 3-0. Right side, but it's well foul. The 3-1 finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. Swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. And the pitch. And he lays off for ball one. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Nothing further in the Colorado ninth. Last chance now for the Reds. They trail it here 3-2. Striding in to start the ninth, Jesse Winker, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Left fielder, Jesse Winker.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Wade Davis takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Davis has racked up over 800 innings in his big league career, and in that time he's compiled a whip under 1.3. Translation, he's better than league average in that category. Gonzalez is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. One away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Strike two as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
The 0-2 once more. And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 home. Fouled away. Here's another 0-2. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Settling in now, Tucker Barnhart. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. Gall's in pursuit. And they can't run it down. The Reds down to their last strike. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Colorado took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. John Gray earned his 9th win of the year. Wade Davis records the save, his 16th of the season. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRozan.